Alright folks, welcome to another beer review. I've literally just finished this kind of draft from Marble and I'm moving on to Manchester Bitter, which is a beer that I thought I had reviewed, but having looking on my channel, I've not actually reviewed it. I think I've had it a few times though when I've been in Manchester, and yeah, like I've said in pretty much every Marble review, so I won't go into great lengths. What a brewery, what an absolute banger of a brewery. Toe the line perfectly of just making good classic traditional beers, but also making really interesting new beers. And do you know what I mean? I think, you know, you've got to put them up there with the likes of the Colonel. Do you know what I mean? You know, they're one of the true pioneers of the industry. So yeah, Manchester Bitter. The other couple of bitters that I've reviewed have been bang on, and I'm sure this will be no different. 4.2% ABV. Our most traditional core beer is inspired by a Manchester stalwart, a fondly remembered original. Speciality malt gives the deep golden colour and robust base, balanced by crisp bitterness and a floral lemony aroma. There we go. And just before I continue, even though this will have been released like a week or 2 weeks after me saying this, and I'm not just saying this because it's my younger brother, but my younger brother's band, the Apostles, have just released a 3-track like acoustic single / EP of some of their songs. And listen, modern indie music to me is fundamentally dire. Everyone's still trying to sound like Oasis and the Cortinas. People are still trying to sound like, you know, the Kooks. People are still trying to replicate these really generic bands where everyone sings the same. The riffs are the same, the feel of the songs are the same. And yeah, I'm just so bored of modern indie music because it's just so lacking in any personality. But Apostles, even though again, I'm going to be honest, it's not catered for my tastes. And if I hated it, I would tell my brother. Probably wouldn't tell the other bandmates, because 2 of them are built like brick shithouses. But yeah, absolute a banger. I'll put, if I remember to do so, links down below. But look them up on whatever music platform you have. And if you see them, especially in places like Manchester and Liverpool performing, just warming up a chilli as I'm doing this, then highly recommended. They're just, some people might say, oh, but it doesn't matter. To me, brother aside, even though I'm massively bigger than him as a person, I'm somehow living in his shadow. And that's just only self-deprecating joke. That might have an essence of truth to it, I don't know. Maybe I'll cry after this review. Anyway, but no, very good. I've just listened to it when I got home after I finished that review, and it just flowed beautifully. Works perfectly. Links in the description. Go give them a follow. I'm just going to put the Spotify links. That's the only service that I use. But yeah, anyway. And I think the last time I had Manchester Bitter was at a gig they were playing in Manchester. Can't remember what the bar was called. But yeah. So, you know, it's one of those weird things that all comes full circle. And I could go full Steve Coogan playing as Tony Wilson, 24-Hour Party People, where he talks about the waves coming and they interlock. But I won't. Anyway, Manchester Bitter. Do love a good bitter. I think this is going to go really well with just going to say, I make really good chili. So if any ladies in the northwest under the age of 30, I'm joking, are interested, don't hit me up because that's just weird. Anyway, beer in the glass then. And that's a really nice sort of amber look to it. A little bit of haze. Just shy of a finger's worth of a nice white foamy head. Let's see what we get on the nose then. I mean, on the nose, I'm not going to lie, there's not much to it. There's not much to it in terms of its aroma. You're getting that maltiness there. A little bit biscuity. There's like a musk to it as well, I'd say. Dip your scabby nose in it, Peter. That'll make it taste better. Yeah, it just smells like a really nice, simple bitter. So let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. And it tastes like just a really nice, simple bitter. It's like, there's nothing much to it, but it's just brewed really, really well. Let me just give that a mix. The only thing I would say about me chili that I've got here, could be a little bit more saucy. Although that being said, out of morbid curiosity, because I follow a lot of food review channels and cooking channels, I've had this sort of like, what's the word? Fascination with trying loads of tinned meals. And saw a couple of people a while ago reviewing stag chili. So I thought, when I was in Asda one time, do you know what? I can make really good chili. It's probably not classically a good chili, but it's tasty for me. And it's, you know, I very rarely put veg in them. Or onions. I don't like cooking with onions, even though onions have flavour. Use onion powder. It's like, who the fuck, right, wants onion gravy with the chips on a chippy dinner? Because to me, I always get that sensation whenever I have onion gravy with a chippy tea. They always remind me of like uncooked chips. Anyway, if you like, you know, onion gravy, fair enough. I'm not a big fan of French onion soup either. I like the flavour of the actual broth of a French onion soup. And yeah, I mean, look at me. Look at this. It's, you know, no secret that I very seldom eat fruit or veg. And I've probably, you know, knocked 20 years of my life off. I'm still at that age where I can reverse it slightly, but I don't want to. Anyway, back to the beer. It's got that slight, ever so slight perfumey citrus character to it. There's still a little bit of muskiness to it. You get a little bit of grain. The malt profile, absolutely fantastic. Is it the best bitter that I've ever had? No. Would I buy another can? Of course would. I'd buy a few cans. And if this is available on cask, then, you know, we're talking about a completely different thing, aren't we, really? But just like I said in my draft review, and I only seem to get this with Manchester breweries, but sometimes all I think of is being sat outside of a place in Manchester, like a bar or a tap room. Said that really camp then. And just sitting enjoying the atmosphere, people watching. Yeah, perfect beer for a casual Sunday inner city sat outside afternoon. But that being said, some of the other bitters that I've had from the last order that I made from Marble. I've probably had a little bit more flavour. And that's, if that's going to be the only negative point, then, you know, Marble have still done a really good job. And yeah, very happy to have this again. Gets the job done. But for me personally, I know Marble do other regularly brewed bitters that for me are a little bit more flavoursome. But a couple of pints of that, you know what I mean? Absolutely onto a winner. So yeah, if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. What's your favourite Marble beer? Links in the description. And of course, go check out The Apostles on whatever music platform you choose to use. As I said, I'm going to put the Spotify link down below. Anyway, cheers for watching. You all take care, stay safe, and I shall hopefully see you later. I need to stop saying stay safe because people are staying safe, aren't they? I don't know. Your life could be in danger. Get help. Bye.